picked up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the third quarter in Tampa. And the Bucs having little problem in that one. They've just opened the lead a bit further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Carr to throw. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done. Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Broncos on third down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. What?
Again, Anderson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Flex round. Let's go. Here we go. Flex round. 38. Ohio. Let's go. Hut. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Let's go. Hut.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Charles. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Taylor from the gun, he'll throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 9. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Third down, still 14 yards left.
Let's go.
Play action, now Taylor. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now Taylor on first down. And he fires one incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They start the drive with Lynch. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run again with Lynch. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Now Carr. He'll dump it off complete to Lynch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Toss play to Lynch. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been flat getting it done, 8 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a 1st. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Back to throw. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27. One last shot for Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6.
Yeah, that's how we do, D.
Like the way it sounds, Frody? Yeah. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage. Two. It's like I'm at the studio with Michael. You can hear me dancing on the beat. Bam, bam, about to put a mansion on the beach. 100 Latins in your lobby. That's what happens when you're around with body. And I put that in my mommy. I will never give my heart to a I can just make a dance that goes with this song. Then I'ma be on. Basic, gon' dance to it. Basic, everywhere, gon' dance to it. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, ball in it. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that, shake that. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that. Shake. I got 2 shows, I'm about to pitch another. Throwing alley-oops to my brothers. We all shine, nobody victims. I'm on these sweatsuits, black Pippins. I swag different. That's why the money in the bag different. Come up short, you'll have your fam. I lay on beaches and swerving whips. You ain't serving, you just an urban myth. Every day, get ride around Queens on a jet ski, it's me. Every day, get to the day I die. Every day, get, man, I that, and I that, bouncing up and down. Nearly broke. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it.
People tryna say I'm only enemy. Got a code with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Man, amen. Spent about 60 on the time, I can't even lie. No way in, no way out, do or die. So on roll, when I roll, must be. Amen, man. I can't ride Benz, I don't do peace. I beast, I gotta eat. Saber tooth, tiger, diamond tooth teeth.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Giants coming in at 10-3. Going up against the Eagles, who come in at 3-10.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. carry for LeGarrette Blount. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Ten yards still left on second down. Shift together here from the D-line. Wins to throw on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now Wentz on third down. He's going to sling this. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Here we go now.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way.
Here we go.
Off play action, it's Webb. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run again with Blount. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. Wentz going to give this one to Blunt. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, Webb. Flushed out right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Darquan. And some space here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now a first down throw. Webb. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Timmy Jernigan continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Here's Webb. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Here we go now.
Webb now from the gun. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Throwing now is Wentz. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And they'll go Wentz to Blunt here. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Play fake to Blunt. Now it's Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Wait.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On 1st down, it's Webb. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run with Darkwa. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Hurry up, here we go.
Off the bootleg. Webb. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. Touchdown, Shepard with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. We remind you that coming up later tonight, this is going to be a good one. The Cowboys and the Raiders going at it in the East Bay.
Oh, that's old school right there.
Old school indeed. Then Monday night, another good late season matchup. The Falcons and the Buccaneers from Tampa to wrap up Week 15. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And the Giants ready to come out now. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Flush to his right. And some room to work. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
They go play action here on first down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 47 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Beckham goes in motion left. Here's Darkwa. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. Blue landing. All right, now look at it. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now look at 56. No. Check. Patriot. Here we go.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll run again now with Darkwa. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Orleans Darkwa, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. And an update from our nation's capital in D.C. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now a play fake. Wentz. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
On 1st and 10, Webb. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
To throw again. Webb. Over the middle to Beckham. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. In the red zone this time.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing on 1st down. Webb. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And Rosas puts this one through. Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. An NFL update, 2nd quarter now in Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 1st down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be taken down. Across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. On the run, Darkwa. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Orleans Darkwa. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have.
And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Jeffrey with a catch left side. For 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. And he's brought down. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders. And they're rolling.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called roast stem right or roast stem left, depending on the formation, 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
Now Foles. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
That one good for 7 that time. And that leads to a Philadelphia first. On the ground, it's Reddick. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Foles. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Foles. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. Shows his strength at the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now Webb. Dancing to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Off the bootleg. Webb. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Webb. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Here's Riddick. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now Riddick. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Riddick with a carry. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now a handoff as they run left side. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Barthema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long? They'll need to get the play off quickly.
Green 39.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Hurry up, here we go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Webb. Hard throw, incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And down he'll go at the 25. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Devon Kennard from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment because you feel that not just on the defense.